Hello, happy St. Patrick's Day. Today's meditation has nothing to do with St. Patrick's Day. Instead, we're thinking about Lent, and we're thinking about Lent being a time to be penitent, to think about repentance, and to ask the question, what is the point of penitence? Why repentance? And it seems a silly question to ask, because when we look at the world around us, what do we see? We see wars raging. We see children starving. We see human rights being violated. We see racism and sexism and a variety of other major problems in our communities. So the question really should be, how can we ever not be penitent? But there is another side. There are people who are so racked with guilt that they can hardly function. Congregations have among them those who grew up being told they were awful children, that they would never amount to anything, that nothing good would ever come from them. We have people who are racked with guilt from negative self-image or the ways in which they have been perceived by the larger culture around them. And granted, these are extreme ends of the spectrum, but uneasy rests the pastor who speaks of penitence. So the question is not, what of penitence is it necessary? Clearly it is. But what does it mean to be penitent? What purpose does it serve for us? And I'd suggest that penitence, or confession, if you will, serves a similar function to the immune system in the human body. When a body is infected by a virus or a bacteria, the body responds in a variety of ways to provide a remedy. None of the symptoms of infection are pleasant, but they serve a valuable purpose. They alert us that something is wrong so that we may take the necessary steps to recovery. The felt need of penitence is the spiritual immune system in action. The pangs upon our heart when we see the suffering of the world, the pangs upon our heart when we utter some word or omit some word, or the pang upon our heart as we struggle with our self-identity, are indications that we should seek a remedy. And the remedy is recognition of the grace and love of a merciful God. Theologian Karl Barth stated that known sin is forgiven sin. What this means to me is that the moment we become aware of our sinfulness, or our state of unease, or our state of inadequacy, and it's the same moment that we become aware of the gracious love of God in Jesus Christ. No one would like to live without an immune system. Without symptoms, we would not know something was wrong. The call to penitence is the symptom of our spiritual life, the symptom that leads us to turn to the remedy, which is God's love.